All right, this video is just a short one with a purpose that's a bit different than the other videos that we've done here. I want to direct your attention to our blog at livinginpowerful.org. We've published a series of blog posts examining a book titled "The Physics of Heaven," and I'll put links to all the installments of this blog in the description below. This book came out of Bethel Church in Redding, California. It has chapters by several different writers, and one of the contributors is Bill Johnson, the senior pastor of Bethel. And the foreword is written by Chris Valentin. And so, Bethel owns everything that is written in this book. Now, this channel and our website, they're about ideas. All right, we want to proclaim the truths of God's living and powerful word. And by doing that, expose some false ideas that are common in the church. Now, we've never done a project like this before, and in which I examine, in depth a single work from a specific church. And I don't know if I'll ever do this again. But I want to make clear that we are not about tearing down people, all right, or churches. Again, this is about ideas. But I'm doing something different here because I have never seen something so incredibly horrifying come out of a church that is so popular and influential. The claims of the physics of heaven are shocking. The gist of the book is that there is a quantum energy force that God uses to create, right, among other things. And that the New Age movement has accessed this energy force. And so therefore, Christians need to also tap into this quantum energy. We need to do what New Agers have been doing. That's what this book says. The book claims that this mandate is new revelation from God. And it's contrasted against, doing things the way that we've always done them, meaning according to the Bible. This book, it redefines what it means to have a relationship with God. It tells us to have a relationship with a thing, not a person. And it has such a low view of God, that he can't control the pagans operating in his power. This gives me no joy to say, but this is such a grotesque, bizarre, and dangerous distortion of Christianity that it is not Christianity. Right? This is another religion. And again, it's coming out of one of the most popular and influential churches in the world. Millions of Christians sing their songs. They're all over Christian radio. Thousands of Christians go to their musicians' concerts. Many churches promote Bethel and associate with Bethel and their school of supernatural ministry, even though they put out a book that's telling us, be like the New Age movement. Ironically, many people who actually go to Bethel, they might not be aware of this. And they'll say, well, we don't hear this preached, all right? That's just one small, obscure book, among many other books. But it's not like this was some, misspoken, flub or gaffe. The leadership of Bethel took the time and the thought and the effort to write and publish a book about this. What do they believe that would possess them to do such a thing? And frankly, it's not that inconsistent with other things that they teach about faith and miracles and the Bible. And so our blog series, it will go through the various aspects of this book in depth. All right, we'll look at its claims of new revelation and how it steers away from the Bible. We'll look at what it says about the New Age movement. We'll examine the sensual mysticism that it promotes and see how dangerous it is. And we'll go through the scriptures that they do cite and see how horribly abused they are. And we'll see that, worst of all, it has a heretically low view of God. This book from Bethel teaches a weak, puny, helpless, impersonal God. Now, we're not the first ministry that has tackled this book. Right? On YouTube, you can find videos about it by Mike Winger and Melissa Doherty and the Remnant Radio, all of whom, by the way, are continuationists. Right? They believe in the miraculous gifts of the Spirit for today. And I'll link to all of those below. In fact, after Mike Winger released his video on it in early 2023, Bethel took The Physics of Heaven down from its online bookstore. It took that for them to do that, years after it was published and long after the damage has been done. What Bethel needs to do is publicly repudiate this book and publicly repent of everything it teaches. They need to tell people to burn it, right? Among many other things. But above all, I want to proclaim what this book denies: the absolute sovereignty of God, who has absolute authority over how he uses his power, who doesn't need any outside force, who has absolute control over who knows what about him, who has revealed all we need to know about him in the living and powerful scriptures, and with whom we can have a direct relationship freely, not through the medium of an energy force, not by having to do what pagans do. And I do hope that, after reading the blog and watching the videos that I've linked to, that you have nothing to do with Bethel. Instead, find the power of God in the Bible and exalt his glorious, sovereign lordship and his amazing grace. So again, the website is livingandpowerful.org. Thank you for watching and for reading, and God bless.